Hi guys. Righto, so I've got something here which I've ordered in for a friend of mine, and he said I could do a review on it, so that's what I'm going to do. It's something that I kind of already own, but a different variation on the theme. So it's nice to have a look at, and yeah, I'll just get on with it right now. It is the Match 1911 KWC gun. Now, the original version was the national match, as far as I know, and I think they've taken the national match off, maybe for trade reasons, of not allowed to use a name or something to the effect of. So it's got all the details on the front of the box there, but you will notice they have scribbled out the energy. I think that's because they haven't actually scribbled it out on the back, because the country it came from was Germany, and I think they're limited to a certain jewelage, and the jewel, because I've only just actually noticed it now, because all the other markings have been scribbled out, and it is actually 0.6 joules, which is pretty good for a Springer pistol. And well, it's kind of what I've come to expect of KWC guns in general. They're very nice guns. So I'll show you the gun. Here is the gun in question. It is very much as per the gun that I have. It's actually, the gun that I have is a Umarex rebrand of a KWC, and it's the compensated version of this gun. But it has some slight differences. One of those differences is mine has a 3-hole trigger, whereas this is a sort of a 2-hole sort of oblong trigger. And also with mine, it has a screw in either side at the rear end of the slide, where you can take the little rear piece out of the slide, whereas this one doesn't. Basically, the little back piece on mine, it makes it easier to remove all the innards, whereas this one, it's a little bit harder to pull everything out. These guns do have a stripping mechanism, which is as per what you would find on real steel or other airsoft 1911s, where you take out the slide stop and you can take your slide off and get into everything. So there we go. Now, these KWC guns, and I noticed this with my Desert Eagle that I had, they have a sticker on the front here. Now, it's an energy sticker, and as with the box, they're obviously scribbled out the energy markings on the box, but obviously, as I've just noticed, missed one. But they'd taken off the energy sticker off the front here. Now, when I got my KWC Desert Eagle, it was still left on there. And as with that, and what I found with this gun, is the stickers are like they've been welded to the gun. So they're pretty nasty to remove and leave a pretty horrible mark. So what I've done with this particular gun is I've really had to work at it, getting it off, and then I've done one of my usual dry brush jobs over the whole gun. You can kind of see some slight marking around the front end where I've removed the last of the sticker, but it sort of gives it a nice sort of graphite-y finish. So yeah, there we go. As standard, it was all pretty much sort of a matte black, as per the grips. The grips are actually a slightly rubberized feel to them as well, which is nice. But the gun was pretty uniform in colour as standard. With these KWCs, you find there's a lot of metal content within it, and all the sort of functioning parts like your hammer, your safety, your grip safety, even the main spring housing. It's just loaded with all metal parts. Quite funny, the only thing that I notice isn't metal of the exterior functioning parts, and this is the same with mine, is the mag release. So I don't know why they don't put a metal mag release in. You could actually probably put one out of gas blowback fairly easily, because it has the little screw and everything to undo it, so you can probably just easily undo that one and put in whichever one you like, really. Probably similar with main spring housings, and you know, it's probably quite customizable. Also, I noticed you can do your front end. It does function as it should do. You can take out your barrel, I forgot what you call it, the bit that holds a barrel in place. It turns and you can push a little plunger in and that all comes out. So you can probably put like a nice compensator or something like that on the end if you liked. I'm not sure if it's the right dimensions or not, but it's worth a punt. So yeah, these are, as far as spring pistols go, they're really up there when it comes to the weight and the level of detail that they put into it. It's got the slide lock on it as well. Nice return on the slide, hammer functions as well, double thumb safety, working grip safety, and a nice pop to it. Magazine is as per my Umarex, same design, apart from mine has a bumper on it. These are I think 12 round mags, straight feed. Pull it down, lock it at the bottom, and then you press this button and you can just drop your BBs in, and you have to manually release that before you put that in the gun. So yeah, these really solid bits of kit for a Springer. You do have an adjustable windage on the rear sight as well. Now, to the bad point of this particular gun, when I got it, I'm not sure if they'll all be like this or not, but the hop was terrible. What I think was happening with it was actually it wasn't even pushing down on the rounds at all, and it had a severe right hook when you fired it. Even at 10 meters, it was just swooping off to the right. So I had it out, lots of tinkering. As I've said before, these KWC hops are a pain in the arse to tinker with, and basically it involves, because the barrel, chamber and hop are a sealed unit, they're glued together. If you try and pull it apart to get to the hop or shim it or anything like that, you've broken it essentially. You're not going to get anywhere with it. I did it once with another gun, and I did manage to sort it out in the end, but they are a pain in the arse. So essentially you have to sort of melt the outside of the chamber with a lighter and mush the top in to make the hop come into effect. That's not with all of these guns. Some guns I've had out of the box hop just fine. Generally they're set for 2s if they are hopping right. I've set this one for 2s now. It slightly over hopping 2s, I think, but it's a hell of a lot better than the right hook that it was firing with to start off with. So yeah, I think that's about all the ins and outs of it. One thing I'll mention again, which I've said before, these are a closed ejection port type design. These ones, the way they function, they cannot make it to have a realistic sort of ejection port. So that is one thing I'll forgive the KWCs for, because they are so immaculate in every other way. I'll always have a good appreciation of the KWC guns, and then I have my CM1911 to have that open ejection port. Sad, I know, but that's just me. Yeah, one last thing. The front sight is ready dotted as well. So I think that's about all of what I have to say on it, really. So, KWC National Match. Very nice piece. Hopefully, if you got another one, it would hop okay. I'm considering possibly now getting one for myself. Oh, should I? I've got enough guns as it is. Leave me to think. Cheers.